Is it time? Yeah, it is. So I've been thinking about this idea for not that long, but it's just something that just clicked with me. And I just thought, just go with it and overthink about it later. And so I'm going to be starting a podcast, and the name is Sit with Aqsa. And just a drum roll moment. This drum roll would work. And of course, I'm not really good at it. So just imagine a drum roll because it is that moment, at least for me and my friends and the people who know me. So it's not going to be like any other podcast. And I know many of you will be thinking, every person says that, and that is true. That is true. But my angle is inspired from my own life when I'm just 28 years old, but it just feels like I have gone through so many lives and so many versions of me. From one tunnel to the next, to third one, to fourth one, and so in that, I always say to my friends who are struggling that God may not put you from point A to point B, but He is going to send you fireflies in terms of guiding you. And those can be people, those can be animals, those can be the environment and the strangers, to be very. Sometimes strangers leave such a big impact on you that you don't get from people you have known all your life. So just that idea is like the people that I have known. I'm going to start definitely with them. So the idea behind is that I just want to target those ordinary people that are actually giants at what they do, but they haven't been discovered yet. Like they can be introverts or extroverts. Like these personalities, of course, they don't really matter, but somewhere along the lines, they were not discovered, and they are amazing at what they do. Just the right platform to the ordinary uh, would just make people realize the giants they are. So of course, like I am going to be starting with my the close group that I have, but the idea is that simple to just highlight, right? So for me, it's not just for people to take inspiration. It's basically divided into several parts. So not several, I would say some parts, yeah. So it's professional, of course, their professional journey, their ups and downs, and all the stuff revolving. And then it would be their, of course, personal life. And of course, a free banter and stuff like that. So the main aim is that to not only get them highlighted, but also through their life, I generate insights for a lot of people. So for professionals that who are have been in this industry, like as a recruiter or as managers or as CEOs, as someone who is looking that, if they want to be a leader, what are the things they need? And we know that on LinkedIn, we are going to see people telling you what to do, but it's different when you hear in the flesh from the people whom you are actually going to lead, you know, in the future. So for those professionals, for those senior positions, you're going to get that insight from, people either in the industry people who have been in the industry, people who are trying to get into the industry, or maybe left the industry. So you know that if someone, for example, is not going through a a very good time in terms of the environment, in terms of the culture, and you want to learn what else you can do about it, you can just get insights from there. And it's just would be like a sort of a focus group. We're going to hear from the people who are part of that industry. And like I said, highlighting the most ordinary who are giants at what they do. I am definitely going to be starting with people whom I can reach, and of course, definitely, inshallah, expand. Sorry, so that's about it. And for other people, it's just to uh, have a story for them to relate with. So, while I was going through some of my hardest times, one thing I struggled with a lot was to find people to be able to relate with. And since I couldn't, it just felt like I am in my bubble going through stuff and there's no one to relate with. But I know there are people out there, and I know that there's still people who thinks that, they're alone in what they're going through. But through talking about, but with my guest, the ordinary people, sharing their journey would just help you see and help you understand that you're not alone, either looking for a job, either going through a tough time, either going through a rough personal path or something like that. It's like you are not alone, because people are out there, and people who are not successful, that of course they're going to now be telling you their story, but those are just people like you and me, and you will be able to learn life, about professions. Of course, I'm going to be taking to a level that we can where I can take questions as well. But as just as a starting point, I am just starting with this sit with Aqsa, highlighting the giants, and and I have recorded the episode as well, looking forward to it, and I'm really excited about it. And since, as someone who is just going with the flow, I would love to have whoever is watching your pointers and where I can improve, because it would mean a lot to me. So, yeah, that's my announcement. But of course, there are much more to come. But do tune in for Sit with Aqsa. I'm going to be uploading my first episode soon. And yeah, glad to have you guys. And thank you for watching. And yeah, excited for the part one.